What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, hit the wrong one. Hold on. I thought the doggone show was gone. What's that? What's up, everybody who's watching? I think Facebook got cut off, so Periscope and YouTube. If you're on YouTube, make sure you guys hit that like button. I know that it's early, but good morning and hello. Now we are talking about Sistas on BET. I'm just catching up. I just watched it. I just watched it yesterday, so I am a little bit behind, but we can go ahead and get into this drama. Now, of course, look, at the end of the day, Andy is still in love with Gary. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow for her friends, for anybody that cares about somebody, they see them going through something. But at the end of the day, Andy is still in love with Gary. And as hard as it is, some people have to learn on their own, even though Gary squeezed her and bruised her ribs and all this, that, and the third. She still is in love with him. Doesn't mean she wants to be with him. Danny is saying you deserve more. No matter how many times the lady can tell her what she deserves or deserves, she is still in love with him. So, I mean, what can you do? What can you do, right? Fatima, what's going on? Fatima, she's trying to figure out what's going on with her and her new boo, and what Zach, and why he is tripping. I knew she liked Zach. And so, her ex or whatever, I don't know what he even is. Her ex, he went to the house that Zach was working on and was threatening to boot him out of the program because he wants to be with Fatima. And he wasn't saying anything. Zach kept it quiet. When Fatima said, come over to my house, he was like, nah. He spent the night at the house, dirtied up, whatever, ended up going to Danny's house to shower because he had nowhere else. Well, he has somewhere to go, but he chose not to go. So Andy came back to the office, and even though her have a weird relationship because she freaking knows that she slept with her son, all that mess, and they have this kind of a mother-daughter dynamic that I've been seeing going on since she's been on the show. So I guess it is what it is. She looks at her like that's her kid. And so, she looks out for her. She can look at her and tell if she's sleepy, she's tired, doesn't feel well. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, "What's going on with you?" I already know because her son already told everything about because he had brute because him and Gary all that went down. She said she had to fix up his knuckles was all bruised up from all that crap that was going on. So she is sad because she is in love with Gary. And she knows she can't be with Gary, but that's not going to stop her from having feelings for Gary, if you get what I'm saying. And I understand that completely. But it's still messed up because he treats her like crap. He treats her like crap and she still wants him. And that's something I don't understand myself. But like I say, Um now wait, who was up front to say? They didn't really show Sabrina a whole lot. Just a little part, because she's flirt. Well, I ain't gonna say she's flirting. That new guy that works at the bank likes her. And so when her ex-man came by and he was talking to extravaganza. and they was talking about, he's talking about the roommate situation. There's your key, whatever. And he looks at it, sees her getting all cut up with somebody. Well, you can't really say anything, especially when you have a woman in your bed of late. What that was last episode. Even though you didn't get down, but you was anticipate you were going to smash, if I can say it like that. So for him to be looking at her like, who is that? I just was like, so they didn't really show a whole lot of Brenda. It wasn't completely focused on Andy this time, but Andy is where we left off at the last episode. So yeah, they were going to come in. And I like how they're growing. At first I thought it was crazy. It's almost like they're trying to add Fatima as one of the girls to me. But Fatima and Andy are getting very, very close. Been close, really, it seems like. Andy has her back. Andy has her back 100%. And, it just seems like they're looking out for each other, which I think is good for us to do that, especially in the business that they're in anyway. I'm trying to remember all the pictures that I had to remind me of different things. Because it's not going to be a long recap because, I like the show. And there's always something crazy going on. But this episode was not, I ain't going to say it was a snore, but it wasn't like popping. Maybe I don't want to say. I don't know. So anyway, it was kind of about Karen a little bit. Okay. First of all, let's shout out to Karen and these looks that she is giving. From the hair to the outfits to the shoes, she is giving us body looks, hair down. Okay. I was like, okay, look, baby, Karen is not playing. Karen is not playing. She's not playing when it comes to the looks right now. So she's there with her secretary. Her secretary man comes in. I don't know why they showed that part. Maybe they just try to show the secretary has other things going on because it seems like to me, all she worried about is Karen business and what goes on in that shop. So anyway, she's going through the bills. Well, the secretary is going through the bills. She's so nosy. And there was a her business card that she used for her business was like, I think it was $5,900 was charged. I might be saying the wrong amount. $6,000, I'll say that, was charged to her business account. And when she called to find out, they found out it was Zach. Allegedly. Okay. Now, back at the airport where Danny is, of course, to me, her and Zach are literally becoming like best friends. They fight like best friends. And when she was going up, messing with Zach, like, what are you doing with your life? What's going on? She's always questioning him and what he's doing. And I understand that. I really do. But at the same time, she be coming down him so hard that, I think he's listening like every other black dude says, every black woman is always, berating me, asking me what I'm doing with my life and always come down on me. But I think she literally looks out for Zach. She does. Even her friends say you look out for him more than us. And I think she just feels like he always needs help. Maybe she identifies a little bit because she's the struggle of as far as the friends or whatever. I don't know. So, anyway, Karen ends up coming down to the airport, and I felt like you going all the way down to the airport, and I understand that's your money, and I get it. But she was going in on him, and I felt like you should have found more evidence to support you coming in there. I'm going to call the police, this, that, and the third. If you don't do this, I'm like, this man just got out of jail. You didn't bail him out not that you had to. And you're also in his face saying I spent thousands and thousands of dollars on you. I mean, she's just going in. And this is going to sound crazy. He is not, he says he's trying to come up. He's trying to get his life together. And I just really feel like that the way that she was coming at him, it's it's the way that we have done it. All black women have done it, but it's sometimes you shouldn't do it that way. Maybe I should say that. You coming so hard at him and berating him and talking to him like he's an idiot, and you really do not know the everything. You literally are, because you call the phone company. Fraud happens every day. So we really don't know if it was him or somebody. 'Cause look, I feel and smell a conspiracy about that. And I'm also wondering, and I'm really hoping this not to be true, because the fact that he wants Fatima so bad, did he have anything to do with this? Because I don't think Fatima would do anything. Fatima has her own. Now, this is my opinion. I don't know, but I just have a bad feeling that he's involved because he wants Fatima so bad. So anyway, to get to the airport, and I mean the airport, he's cleaning a plane. So Karen, they all go in there and they're talking. Bro, she is going in on poor Zach, talking about like a dog. He said, "I wish I would have let you die." I was like, "Come on, man." That see, when you're in love or used to be in love or care about somebody deeply, you know all the buttons to push. You know all the things to say when you are so upset or so angry. And a lot of times your anger is love. As crazy as that sounds. Passion, anger, love, oh, it all goes together. Now, seeing her act this way, I'm wondering if she still have feelings for him. I know this seems kind of off the way she acted, but I don't know why. I have a feeling she still cares about him. And she's probably more disappointed because it's like, look, we're not together anymore. So you're going to just go into my pocket and do this to me? I don't think she would expect him to steal from her, regardless of what happened between the two of them. And I think that's what is getting to her. Like, why would you do that to me? Much as I've done for you, like you said, I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on you. And this is how you repay me, by taking money from me. Because he had blocked her number. He didn't have anything to do with her. He is focusing on himself. He is getting to know Fatima. He's trying to get his coins together, his whole career. And I didn't like it. And I don't know how I would have reacted. So I'm not saying it's a judgment. I don't like to see a black woman going off on a black man, even though I've done it myself. I've been in that position. I've done it, acted a fool or whatever. That still doesn't mean that I don't I don't like that. I don't think there should be a way to handle a situation. If you are angry at somebody or trying to find some answers, I say this all the time. Oh, it smells like it's gonna rain. She needed to get more evidence against Zach before she came in there. Because I would have came in there with some receipts. You made a purchase on this day. You made a purchase on this day. Where's the cameras? I'm sure if they wanted to really investigate who was using the card, the company could easily find out, yes, it was Zach. I have cameras to show it. I saw him at the five and dime or whatever, buying this and buying that. So she slapped him across the face, which I was like, come on, man. Because he was like, she said, I put your stuff outside. And he was like, not my grandmother's stuff. She was like, yeah, I put your stuff outside. So not only was it disrespect for her to him and to him to her, she put his grandmother, a grandfather's stuff. I'm sorry, and he is no longer here. Just chunked it like it was a piece of crap. And so to him, that was completely disrespectful, because the fact that she knew it, and even Danny said, well, she said it's after the fact, but she said, you know how much that his grandfather means to him. Now, he did get mad and said, I wish I would let you die, which is cold blooded because he got stabbed for her. And she said, I regret the day I met you. See, I knew that day was coming when she was going to say that to him. It's always a point in a relationship, especially if it's a bad breakup, that somebody's going to say, I regret the day I met you. I regret the day that, whatever. Because that will cut deep to anybody. He even told Danny F you too because you brought her up here. And, I don't know. So Sabrina, Danny. Danny. It really wasn't much of a storyline with Danny, except for when we get to this part. So she's sitting there. She said, because she was at first she was trying to tell Sabrina what was going on, and they're having some kind of dinner tonight at Sabrina's house, and they're gonna talk about everything. So all of a sudden they walk up and she was like, "Hey, welcome to whatever that place is called," and they behind gonna say, "You better stay away from rodeo." I said, "Wait a minute." No, this old retired Dukes of Hazzard wannabe is trying to come and try to threaten somebody. Now, Danny was just taking it on in, but I already knew Danny was gonna go off. I already knew that she was gonna go off, but I didn't like that, But I mean, it's life, and she is dating somebody outside of race. I mean, that stuff does happen. So him coming in there threatening her like that, I was like, mm-mm. So this is gonna be a situation I wasn't expecting to go here, but it's not new. So we're gonna see. I think he used the N word from the preview that I saw. I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be very, very nasty. It's gonna be very, very nasty." Okay. So I'll try. This is pretty much a quick review. I was on here 16 minutes. It ain't that quick, but it's still quick. Like I said, to me, it wasn't like a boom, boom, boom episode like it normally is. It was a little bit snooze in some parts, but I still want to gotta give you a recap. But the season about to end. They took a little break because of the holidays. It's about to end very soon. This season wrap up, and I wanted to just cover this because something about to happen. So them shows at the very end. Of course, you know there's gonna be a blow up. That's my recap of Sistas. It was quick. I know it's quick, but y'all know I be trying to jam all this stuff in at one time. I'm busy. I'm boosting busy, baby. So that was a recap of Sistas, and I guess I'll just see y'all next time when we do this again.